So there are three main things that I need to look up for Unity to see how easy it's going to be to code. That way I know how long exactly it's going to take me to code everything and how easy it is to implement the things that I'm looking for, i.e. in a mechanic kind of way. So first thing I want to look into is in-game time. This is probably going to be one of the most important features of my game, as having no in-game time whatsoever will allow players to do whatever they want as many times as they want, which means that the possibility that the world would change around them is quite small because they'd be doing literally everything possible. So by creating an in-game time system, it means that players are then restricted to how many actions they can perform in one cycle, which will then allow certain numbers to increase in value, allowing the world to change. So the first thing that I'm doing is just trying to find examples of code where other people have created in-game time, and I'm also trying to think of what sort of length of time I want to have. So before I made a chart which just compared how other video games had used time compared to real life time and what sort of cycle they had. So as in some games like Animal Crossing and a lot of the older Pokemon games, they use 24-hour clocks based on real life time. Whereas, for example here, GTA, the life cycle is very short compared to real games, so 24 hours is 48 minutes, and so on and so forth. It just makes life a lot easier just to try and have a look what other people do, and then I can try and come up with my own system. So far I'm thinking about 5 minutes maximum for the life cycle of a day, and obviously it wouldn't have to be 24 hours because based on how shops behave in real life, you only need it from about 9 o'clock in the morning till about 5 o'clock/6 o'clock at night, which gives me a smaller time frame, which is even better for me trying to work it out. Obviously also thinking about the demo for the exhibition, I need to make sure that it's not allowing people just to play for ages and ages and ages, and it's not something that could quickly go through because people aren't going to want to just stand around playing my game for ages. So I need to try and find a way that will allow it to pass rather quickly but also not so fast that players don't get the opportunity to at least cause the figures to change, i.e. allowing the whole world to change. So I'm just going to carry on looking into basically how other people have done it, trying to find examples of their code just to see how easy it's going to be. When it comes to code, I have no idea where to start really, so if I can find as many examples as I can as possible, it'll make my life a lot easier further down the line. Judging from what I've actually found, it shouldn't be as difficult as I think it will be. Obviously, as I don't really have much experience of code, everything's a little bit intimidating to me, but from what I've found, it shouldn't be too bad, and at least with something that presumably is quite simple, I should be able to get help from at least other students or James to do it. I think it's something that's achievable, and so I think next I'm going to look into weather, seeing if I can create a weather system. But yeah, I think I'm done with this.